How you doing, guys? This is Eric, secretoftheinternet.com. Got an email recently about the videos that I've done on credit card rewards, and I had somebody ask me about what strategy they should use based on their particular situation. Because there's a lot of good reward credit cards out there that have different benefits. Not all of them are going to work for any particular person because of what they give rewards on, how they work, etc., etc. So here I will remove the personal information, but it's an older gentleman who doesn't do a whole lot of traveling by plane, so not really interested in a travel rewards card, but says he might travel more if he had the miles. But he does most of his monthly purchases at Sam's Club and Amazon.com, purchases all of his gas and a lot of his groceries at Sam's Club, a little less from Amazon. Doesn't currently use credit cards for almost anything, just uses a debit card. What would be the best plan of attack for credit card reward strategy? So first of all, this is a caveat or the disclaimer that I make for any of the credit card rewards videos that I do. This is exclusively for people who do not need to use a credit card, can easily pay off the balance every month, if not a couple times a month, are never going to carry a balance, and are simply doing it for the rewards points and have no discipline problems whatsoever. If you have any sort of discipline problems, or even just a couple times get yourself caught in a situation like, oh, I'll just wait 1 month, I'll pay a few dollars in interest, not worry about it, and then get it later, anything like that, or just not paying attention to it even if you have the money, then this is not worth it, because the amount of money that you make, while large and beneficial, is not enough to make up for the interest and stuff that they charge. And that is the only reason they're able to offer these sort of programs that people like me and you can take advantage of, is because there's a lot of people out there that aren't effective at following these strategies and end up giving their money to the credit card companies instead of taking it. So that's the first disclaimer, is make sure you can be disciplined, you can pay it off every month, not carry balance, and then you won't have any issues. Other than that, I always recommend someone have a base credit card that they use for all their purchases when you don't have one that gives you a higher percentage. For me, or for you, that could be a travel card. Right now it is usually a travel card for me because I like getting those miles. But if you're not interested in airline traveling, or if you don't do it often enough to matter, I would suggest do one of the cards that is 1.5 or 2% on everything. I think the Citi Double Cash is probably the best one that I know of right now that gives you 2%. It gives you 1% when you purchase, another 1% when you pay off the bill, which is effectively 2%. I know there is the one of the Barclay cards is 1.5%. The Capital One, one of the Capital One cards is 1.5% on everything. So find one that's just 1.5% on everything, and I would use that for if anything you buy that's not in another category that gives you better rewards, just goes on that card, you pay it off every month, and then you just get free money in that 1.5% of whatever you're spending. You buy your gas and your groceries at Sam's Club mostly, which means you probably should not get the American Express Blue Cash card. That's what I normally recommend for people, because it gives you 6% back on groceries, 3% on gas, but the groceries have to be at a grocery store, something that comes up in their system as a grocery store. So Walmart doesn't count, Target doesn't count. I seriously don't think Sam's and BJ's and Costco count either. So there's no point in paying that $90 yearly annual fee if you're not going to get that 6% anyway. So with 6%, a lot of times it's worth it to pay that $90 because 6% is such a large amount cash back. So I wouldn't recommend that for you. I would recommend just your basic 1.5 or 2% card, and then I would also definitely recommend the Chase Amazon 5% cashback card. It's the Chase is the issuer. It's their Chase Amazon Prime card, whatever. I think you do have to have a Prime subscription, which if you're buying most of your stuff on Amazon, you probably do. It gives you 5% cash back on everything you buy through Amazon. I use it. It's definitely worth it. And it's hard to beat 5% on everything. No annual fee either. So that's great. And that way you can get 5% on groceries if you're buying them through the pantry or whatever they have on there. So those two I would recommend. Your base card, 1.5, 2%, and the Amazon card. If you want, you can look into something with rotating 5% categories like the Chase, or not the Chase, excuse me, the Discover It card, which gives you 5% in different categories throughout the year. So it's always 5% on something. Sometimes it's restaurants, sometimes it's gas. I don't know if the gas at a Sam's Club will count as a gas vendor or if it counts as Sam's. So if you're getting the 5% category on gas, it still might not count at the Sam's Club, but that doesn't matter. It's usually fairly cheap there. And then when you add in the fact that you're getting 2% cash back from your base card, wouldn't worry about it. But this is something to look into. So I would look at since you're probably not interested in getting a whole bunch of different cards, I would stick to 2, maybe 3. Definitely get the Chase Amazon and get a base level credit card that gives you 1.5% and 2%. So either the Citi Double Cash or something like the Capital One. And maybe look at the Discover Hit card. That's all you got to worry about. I would just focus on those 2. Chase Amazon, Citi Double Cash. And that should give you at least a couple $100 a year in free rewards probably. So let me know what you guys think, what your strategies are. Hope that helped everyone out there. And I'll talk to you guys later.